Alright guys, so let's get this turned around. Hi. Okay, so this video is probably going to exclusively be for YouTube because I have a lot to say today. Ignore that, y'all. My bathroom is such a mess right now. I haven't had time to clean it. Anyway, so it's a story time, okay? So y'all know I've talked about this kid that I've been in love with since I was like 11, right? Yeah, we all know him. We are going to officially give him a name just to refer to him on this channel. So if I ever like let his real name leak, I'm sorry y'all, but we are going to call him Cobain. Okay, I think it's pretty evident why. We share a very similar interest in a band, and if y'all can't guess what that is, then I'm sorry. So anyway, this kid, we'll call him Cobain, decided to prove he was the ultimate fuck boy. And what do I mean by that? I mean, we're not dating. He did come down to see me in, what was it? Like April, I think it was. Might have even been March. I think it was April. Anyway, so he came down and we were talking, and I mean, we've been talking since I was like 11. I pretty much know this kid basically online. Like, that's how we met. That's pretty much where our whole life has been, is online. And then this was our like real first time face to face as adults. Like, we're grown now. So it was a horrible week. Like, my mom ended up in the hospital. We were pet sitting for family. I think that was like the best thing, aside from him being in, is that we were pet sitting. And I love pet sitting because the family has like these amazing animals and they absolutely can make you happy no matter what is going on. Anyway, so he came down and, you know, we're face to face. He stayed like 5 days a week or something like that. And we pretty much decided he was going to come back down in October. And you know, he was really sweet. Like, he's the sweetest guy. I had so many worries, so many stresses going on. And when he was down, he really did a lot to kind of help calm that down. And I got attached. But we talked and we decided, or really he flat out said it. You know, we weren't in the same area. He was like 2,500 miles away. And he was like, oh, if we were closer, you know, you'd be my girlfriend, but I can't do the long distance thing, which is totally cool because let's face it, long distance relationships are hard as fuck and they very rarely work. But he had so much going on in his life too. So I completely like 100% understood that it wasn't a problem. Anyway, so I'm down here and I'm single. And I still talk to guys like, okay, you don't want me because we're so far, and I understand that, but that's not going to keep me from talking to other guys and girls and, you know, just trying to put myself out there, be a little bit more social and see what's going on. Anyway, so I've talked to quite a few guys, some girls, and all this in these following months. You'll know I had a crush on somebody else who has recently been making the rounds at my work. Not the rounds in a bad way, like he comes in and shops, and I notice him like all the time, and I feel like such a creepy stalker, y'all. Like, if he comes in, I can see him and I can spot him, and it's so weird. And we hugged the other day. It was his first time noticing me, like my fourth time noticing him, but we hugged, and it was like the most electrifying yet calming thing I have ever experienced in my life. But this, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, so a few days ago, I can't wear those, y'all, they're fogging up. Anyway, a few days ago, a woman, I was in the restroom, like washing my hands, and a woman came up to me, and she works at my work, but in like a different department, and she's not like mean. I don't think she was trying to be rude, but she was like, oh, you're single, right? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, is it because you're fat? Now, everybody like makes this face, like this horrid face, like she said something so insulting. Guys, I know I'm fat. I know I have fat on my body. It's just who I am. I'm working on being healthy. I don't care if I'm super skinny. I don't care if I'm curvy or whatever you want to call it. I want to be healthy, but I really, size is a number. It really is. Like, size is not something that I give a two shits about. It's about my health. That's what I'm going for. Anyway, so everybody acts like she's something so insulting, and it really wasn't, but I was like, I was kind of floored. I didn't know what to say. Like, I'm this person who always thinks of a really good comeback, like, after everything happened. But anyway, so she's like, oh, you know, guys, like, there are guys that like bigger girls or fat girls too. She said fat girls. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, you should. Anyway, I've talked to guys. I have no problems with that. I'm not self-conscious. And a lot of people think because of the way I carry myself that I don't have a lot of self-confidence or whatever. And the truth is, a few years ago I didn't. Now I think I have more than I've ever had before. So I'm coming into my own, and it's later in life than I think most people thought it would be, but I'm still coming into my own. I'm still happy with who I am. I do want to be a little bit healthier, but that's it. Anyway, I posted about the experience on Facebook, and I had amazing friends who were like, tell me who this was. I'll come get them. I'm in the parking lot. Like, I loved my friends. But ultimately she didn't say anything I didn't already know. Anyway, so that night he messages me and he's like, so when are we getting married? And I'm like, oh, haha, you're so funny. Or no, I was like, oh, haha, are you proposing to me? And then he's like, yes, and sends this like long message about, yes, he is proposing, and he knows it's shitty because it's over Facebook Messenger, but he is proposing and everything. And my initial reaction is like, yes, of course. Like, I thought I was going to marry you from the time I was like 12 years old. My mom always thought you were going to be her son-in-law. Like, throughout my teenage years, it was always going to be this guy. But then he kind of ghosted me. Like, after all of this, I messaged him several times, like checking on him, making sure he was okay and everything. And he completely ghosted me. He like disappeared. So I finally messaged him. It had been like a week later, and I finally messaged him and I was like, are you okay? It's been a week, whatever. And in between this point, I had the run-in with my crush, and just that amazing feeling of being electrified and suddenly having so much energy and then just being completely calm at the same time. And this kid that I have a crush on is not my type, like, at all. Anyway, so I'm like trying to consider that. But this kid, he's like, I'm like, it's been over a week, Colin, are you okay? Cobain. Whoops. Anyway, are you okay? And he's like, okay, Chrissy. Okay. Like, you just majorly fucked with my feelings, dude. Like, I was going to tell him about my crush anyway, but you just, like, majorly fucked with my feelings. Fuck boys. Fuck with your feelings. Don't do that to a girl. That's fucking shitty, guys. It's a shitty thing to do. Anyway, so now he messaged me and I didn't message him back. Like, I keep telling myself I should talk to him, whatever, and I just can't bring myself to. Like, I'm not trying to play games with him, but I feel like he played games with me and I don't know how to react. So that's been my life this week. That's been what's going on, why I've been a little bit more quiet than I usually am. On a side note, I did decide to message my crush today, and I did it earlier this afternoon because I saw him come through my work again, but I was busy. He hasn't responded, so I'll keep y'all updated on that, but that's my week. Love you guys. Bye.